Spring is here, and with it comes endless possibilities for new things and new beginnings in the garden. Trees are starting to bloom like this red flowering currant behind me. Spring bulbs are popping up, and ideas for new garden design are flowing in my head. So here is our brand new herb garden. It's in the same spot that it was, but we've been doing a lot of construction and put in a lot of these 24-inch garden beds, which will allow me to put these different segments of types of plants in. I can also plant in between and behind. You can see I have some pots up there too in the middle, and I will be putting different types of plants in there. And that's the Bootsy, the kitty cat back there. Yeah, you can see we're under construction. We have, some materials here, the irrigation hasn't been put back in, but I am so excited to get to planting in these new garden beds. And in fact, I have quite a few things in already. Some of it maybe a little bit early because I was so excited to get some of my seed starts out this year in my new garden. So I'm going to show you next some of the things I have planted out and some of the things that you might want to get started. Here's my other garden bed that I put in last fall, and this one has mostly a bunch of brassicas. I do have some potatoes planted, but I'm most excited about one little pot I have over here where I've planted some native meadow grasses and flowering plants, and I'm trying to create a small little pollinator garden to go along with my vegetables and kind of a safe haven for some of those more tender species that like to hibernate underground, like our native bumblebees. And also I'm just looking forward to the beautiful flowers that are going to come from that. So yeah, let me go around and show you what I have planted up so far in here. So with spring comes spring cleanup, and you may be anxious to get out there and start cleaning your flower beds, especially when you see some of your perennials starting to come back. But it's important to leave some of these dry, hollow sticks and leaf mold and everything until it warms up to about 50 degrees at least, you know, maybe 60 even better. That's when, you know, any creatures that are hiding in hollow stems or, you know, under your garden beds will be emerging, like those little bumblebees that do hibernate underground. And yeah, so maybe wait till it warms up a little bit, and when your plants start to bud out a little bit, say some of your perennial shrubs, or any of your bedding plants that die back in the winter, and they start to put on this new growth, that's a good time that means it's warm enough. That's a good time to start cutting the dead stuff off that may be in the taller branches. Or if you can time it right, maybe a little bit before this growth comes out. And yeah, so thank you so much for joining me today on integrative gardening. And you can see more tips and photos from today's show on the website integrativegardening.com, and I will see you next time.